Love buzz is Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your time to talk about my channel, welcome to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, growing extended beautiful family. As always, thank you so much for the love and support y'all give me each and every day. It is truly a blessing. So with that being said, much love coming your way. And if you've been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom, so you know when I'm about to upload my next video or videos. And if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my videos, or you're up, tell me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life. And if you feel like the videos are uplifting to you and just give you a good vibe that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times at the moment and just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give it a thumbs up, like, and also share on social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. In the video I'm doing today, it's called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas. The real test of your flex will be how you handle people that got comfortable with mishandling you. I don't know what made me think about that today, but I know there's a lot of things that's been showing us truth in ways that we never thought we needed to have to take place. And it can be very traumatizing. It's like I went through that 5 years ago and it kept coming like an avalanche. And it got, it's sad, when somebody can say that you so used to people showing their true colors to you, and you get so used to people that are walking out of your life, or you can see the true intentions they have for staying by there for their own selfish needs. And these are the things that has taken place in your life, where it'll be sooner or later, no matter how somebody has treated you, there will be a moment in your life that you're going to get that big blessing. And there's going to be many people that did you wrong for no apparent reason, except for their own issues or whatever, that what was I going to say? My computer about to go dead. They're going to wish they never did. They're going to wish they never mistreated you in those type of ways. But those are the blessings that you needed to have take place in your life, especially if you got towards that moment where you asked the universe, hey, I want to go to the next level. So I want to make sure that I'm making the moves, the power moves, to be able to take anyone or anything out of my life that's either going to slow me down or for blocking me in my blessings. We can be blocked just by the company we keep, the relationships that has ran its course on any kind of shape, form, or fashion, even family. A lot of times people feel like even when it happens to family, you have to stick by them no matter what. No. No, you don't. No, you don't. It all comes to the power of self-worth. And that's what we're learning through every situation of ourselves. Honoring yourself, love yourself. When you love yourself, you are not going to allow anybody to disrespect you, disturb your peace in any kind of shape, form, or fashion, no matter who it is. No matter who it is. Because if you have to keep reminding yourself, reminding people like, hey, I don't like it when you do that, or hey, can you stop talking to me like that, or hey, can you stop taking me for granted, and they're making a habit of it, that's where you have to be able to show enough is enough. And remind me, I was folding up some laundry and just thinking to myself about different things when it came to this content made me think about Medea's movies. Like, I don't know, everybody see Medea's movies, because I know I have a world of different colors and nationalities on my on my forum, and it's okay, because I had friends that were not of color say, Roslynn, I'm glad you introduced me to those movies because they were so funny. It kept it real, because there's a lot of things that Tyler Perry has put in his plays and his movies that I can really relate to. Meet the Browns, I Can Do Bad All By Myself, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. There's only one that I said I will never watch again. It was that one about hot dog. I forgot what it was called. But it was that one with Janet Jackson all a minute and Michael Ealy chucking them kids out the window. I was just like, no, I can't watch nothing of that. But that was the only movie that I said I would never watch again, even though my daughter, she was like, Mom, let me watch it. When she got of age that I said she can watch it, she actually watched it. But Diary of a Mad Black Woman, that was the one I love to death. I love that one to death because I can really relate to that. But different things that come into your life that you can really be supportive to people in all relationships. I've had going through my spiritual awakening where insight came to me in ways like it can be months or even a couple of years that went past, and they showed me the revelation of certain things that I didn't come aware of, even though I sensed the shift where it started showing me the people that I really treated like family just did things against me just to be, how certain people get very like devilish when they it gives them a high or a rush when they're doing sneaky stuff, and they get off on the fact is that other people didn't know about it, which is very hurtful. I used to be that type of person, especially when I got in relationships, toxic relationships. Okay, you want to do this, let me show you how I can really play it. Oh, you want to act trifle, let me show you how to really be trifle. And I used to be that, and it's just like you make yourself no better than the person that was dishing it out to you. So it allows you to know, disconnect from those people. I like people say, there are some people that come to me and say, Roslynn, I deal with a lot of family that are very toxic. Anytime I get around them, when I go home or when I'm off to myself, I feel very drained. Those are the type of people that you really need to disconnect from, because there's some type of mentality that people have in their life when they're their own punishment and they want to project on you. They feel like you have no choice but to just to take what they dish out. Key, no choice. Yes, you do have a choice. You can either allow yourself to entertain that and disrespect your own worth, and you're not dishonoring yourself by allowing yourself to entertain that, or you allow yourself to cut those cords. In my situation, my enemies put me in situations where they were always seen as the victim because they knew that truth was going to project some kind of way. And it showed me when people are not allowing themselves to see both sides, but you're assuming that person is always right. That gave me a just easier decision. Okay, well, you didn't want to hear that second side and you want to make me look like a villain to somebody else's story that could not manipulate me anymore. You made that decision for me. I don't need you in my life. And people thought I was going to off myself when I had nobody to support me. I had nobody in my life. And I used to laugh about it, even though it was a painful situation, but it was the truth. If you would have started me off late with the abuse in every form, then you would have probably had a good head start on me and you would have got what you wanted. But since I got started on this at a very early age of going through abuse and not being able to express anything in my life, I became accustomed to that. But then I started allowing myself to go all the way in when it came to myself. There's a lot of different things that I've cried many a days over, where I was angry with myself, or I seen the truth that was there and I wanted to believe in an illusion. There were so many different things that I went through, but then it showed me, there's no matter who is against you, as long as you put God first into your life, there's a lot of things that I can be mad at God about, but there's also a lot of things that I can be very grateful for, because there's so many different times folks try to take me out in the most ferocious way, or when I went for help and people laughed at me. Different situations like that where I really felt alone, where the enemy just felt like they were just winning on everything. But then it shows me, if universe will tell you, if I was really going to allow your enemies to win, why do you think you got as far as you have? You've seen different things that's taking place in your life, and it didn't even graze you. It barely grazed you, where certain things is taking place in your life that could have really broke you out in so many different ways, or you shouldn't even be here anymore. I've seen different timelines in my life where I was like a licking and kept ticking. I was like the toughest Rolex Timex watch there was, because I died a few times, and then no, God was like, no, I ain't done with you yet. Go back. Or even when I try to take myself out, be like, no, take your butt back. I ain't ready for you yet. You can't come now, and all those different things in my life. And then when you allow yourself to see everybody who got comfortable with mishandling you, you have to understand those type of people will make you feel like you're the weakest link. when they're actually it's on reverse. Because anybody that gets off on seeing you suffer, seeing you sad, makes jokes about that, constantly wanting people to see you in the worst kind of light, is more about the projection that they feel about the worth of themselves. That has nothing to do with you. And a lot of times it's hard for us to not take stuff like that personal, but you'll see the strength in you by the things that you have faced and overcome. And those are the things that I had to do. And I really don't face and overcome some stuff because there are some tragedies that really truly projected to me that it was like that game changer. Like, this is going to send me to the net house, or this is going to send me to an ultimate grave where I'm not going to be able to get out of. And then those are the things that really showed me a different projective. Like I tell y'all, I'm very authentic. Well, I only possibly can. There are certain things that I just don't talk about anymore. It leads to drama. And there's a lot of different things that if you're healing from those situations, no point on bringing it up, because you're embodying the certain things that you have broke away from. Knowing everything, when you allow yourself to stay focused, trust and believe, it's fixing itself just by the way you allowing yourself to be a better person. Even when people don't project being the better person to you, they don't know what a better person is. Even though they can be, they choose not to. It's more easier for you to knock down somebody than raise your own self up from the wounds of your truth. They can progress you, but people don't. It comes to a point where people don't want to take responsibility for how they treated other people by how they treated themselves. It's just like when people treat you like crap, you got to understand, it was like a post I seen. You keep allowing people to treat you like you want to treat you. Like you pressure. You can't do that. You can't do that. You have to allow yourself, when you know your worth, what you shouldn't entertain and what you should. And a lot of times it just comes to that point. You have to be able to cut that cord off. And there's times where if God really want to test your strength, they'll make you go up under your own roof and deal with it. And that's the real game changer. That's the real flex, is when you find your truth and everything that went against you, even where you felt like, there was, enemy of an enemy is a friend, honey. Anybody that feel like they can't stop you, they get fans. They probably got their own account some kind of social media about, I hate this person, you want to join the club. So they all trying to find out different ways. And it's just like with me and the power of the gifts that I have, it always shows me different things that are going on, and just allow myself to like, wow, okay. And it's like, this really did happen. And then next, you get that chill and like, okay, point check, and just allow yourself to keep going, because these are the days, even when there are so many different things that's taking place in your life, and you just really try to understand, I don't have that mindset to hurt somebody like they hurt me. I don't have that heart to really break somebody else like they broke me, because I was at that type of person. When you hit me, I hit even harder. My bite is so much bigger than my bark, and I've been that type of person, but I'm just like, I'm not going to allow that to be brought out of me because it's no longer there. But if it creates something, I always tell people, if you're an empath and you're an empath that's dealing with a lot of issues, please don't fight nobody, because you're going to end up killing somebody. Don't do it. Don't do it. I promise you, please don't do it. You don't need to be proving a point to nobody. And as my country folks say it in the South, don't prove no point to no one about how you can, how somebody can really catch a fade. It ain't even that serious, because trust and believe, they're going, whatever they're facing is going to be their own punishment of kicking their ass. Don't allow yourself to do it. Just part ways. There's so many different things that's taking place in your life. It's going to be sooner or later that you were sent in somebody's life to bless them. And just because it's the jealous spirits that they have placed by trying to be self-destructive in your life, don't realize that you were sent into that person's life for a blessing, and they messed it up just because they were intimidated by you, or they were jealous of you, or there was something they wish they had that you have in your life and they wanted to. There's going to be different times in your life where you're going to be up on that pedestal of so much abundance that is not like pedestal where you're looking down at people, but this is something that you have earned. A pedestal of achievement. So let me put it like that, because you say a pedestal is like you being arrogant, but that's not what the form I'm trying to have. So let me retort and make myself break it down. You're going to be in a pedestal of abundance, achievements, accolades, upper echelon, whatever you want to call it, of the things that you have allowed yourself to go through. Because it's just like when I look at my life and see the things that I have faced, see the things that has really like broke me down to the hardest of the heart, seeing people that I truly respected, admired, and loved and trusted would be somebody who just flipped the script and come to find out they were the enemy from the get-go. It was already an enemy of that. It was being shown to me a long time ago and I didn't want to believe it. So I had to end up seeing it for myself. And I always tell anybody, if it was a friend, lover, family member that turned into an enemy, they were always an enemy from the beginning. They were never a friend to you. It was never a friend to you at all. And there's different situations that take place. That's why it made me think of Diary of a Mad Black Woman, because that movie was it was sad, but it was funny at the same time. Especially if anybody know how Medea is, she would just she carried that pistol and she carried a chainsaw in the truck. It's just like she living in this big, this lady living in this big, this big mansion in the richest part of Atlanta, you know. And then she was like at her grandma, her auntie's house, and she said, "Girl, what you doing here?" "Oh, my husband kicked me out the house." She was like, "Whose house? You talking about that big mansion y'all got up on the hill?" "Oh no, baby, he would have kicked me out of half of that mansion, but he would have kicked me out the whole one." He ended up leaving her. She had miscarriages. Come to find out, this fool done sit up here and had a baby on her. Talk mess to her. She wanted money. He put all her stuff in a U-Haul and told her to make do. And he played the character I wanted to sit up here and make him catch a fade with me coming through that daggone, through the TV, and went there, And she really put him through it. And what made it so funny, how them tables turn. I always tell people, hey, the funny how funny tables can be, like what, when they turn. So whatever he was feeding her, to all that ugliness for that woman to be there with him from beginning, and then when he got up there, he forgot where he came from and got very ungrateful. It's like the girl that he cheated on her with had that baby, left him with nothing, emptied out his whole bank account. When you talk about I laughed so hard, I think I busted the stitch. And the stitch wasn't even there, but I made one. Okay. And she sit up here and left him in his own filth. He got shot in the courthouse at this thing because he couldn't get this dude off. I mean, there was too much evidence to show that he went through all that. And then when he shot him, look who he had to go to the wife that he put out that house. She made him sit in his own filth for days. She's like, "Ooh, you stink." And people are like, "You beat him." It's like, you're mad. You're putting that anger out on him. Allow that anger to be let go. And I was like, "Dad, that's a power move right there." She's like, "No matter what that man put you through, don't allow him to make you a bitter person." And a lot of times life will make you bitter but you have to have that courage to allow it to make you better. So it's just the sum of that. There are so many people out there that got comfortable with mishandling you. But when you're allowing yourself to go through the power of change, and you're going through that change, the real flex is how you sit up here and you handle people that got comfortable with mishandling you. Don't allow people to make you out a bitter person. Trust me, I've been to that point. But I tell people, I had to learn from my biggest abuser, my mama's ex-husband. He always told me, when you did something wrong to a person, I mean ultimately wrong, and that person finds out to what you did to them, and when you see them or their names being brought up and your whole demeanor change and your emotions change, that allows you to know that you still bothered by what that person has done to you. Especially if they see you and you change like that, it's going to give them that ego. It's like, oh, they still upset about what I did. But when you allow yourself to be the coolest popsicle in the daggone freezer, and when you see them and you stay calm and they know what they did when they did it to you, and you know how they did it, and you still stay calm, you become the most dangerous person, because that lets you know you don't turn them tables and allow yourself to control your emotions. Don't worry, even though that you want to get back at that person by every shape, form, or fashion of every pain of issues they have brought into your life, whatever trauma they have brought into your life. But trust me, all they fed you is about to be force fed back to them. Allow yourself to say, God bless you, because thank you. God is blessing them just like God is blessing you. But it's all about how you see as a blessing, because what your blessing was from everything that somebody has misheld in your life, has misconducted in your life, mistreated in your life, mishandled in your life, is about to be flipped. All blessings from every corner is coming out, because now the people that have been in your life that showed that weren't even supposed to be there, they got you where you needed to be. You had to go through that experience of whatever, low frequency somebody has led you to. Then you went through that transition of pain. How you fed, how you seen your life, what you're trying to create in your life. The strength is being able to come after you felt the whole timeline of defeat. You're becoming that better person. When you allow yourself to start projecting the things that they put on you, you're making yourself bitter, but you're also becoming a form of an entity of that person that has done that to you. But when you allow yourself to see that I would never be like them, I would sit up here and I'll change my whole life. I don't want to be nothing like that. I want to be able to, enrich the good things in my life, enjoy life for what it is. Every day it becomes a blessing. Even if I'm having a bad day, I can still find the goodness within that day. Being able to see what happened yesterday, let it stay in yesterday, and being able to improve myself for today. When you're allowing yourself to go through that improvement of change, that's where your blessings is coming from, because you have been chosen for anything that has became impossible to do or impossible to change. You have been that person to be able to change that whole outcome of what was impossible and hard to do become possible. And as long as you took that effort on making that change, it can become change. So you allow yourself to become a better person. Allow yourself, even at that point, is going to be a point where you're going to appreciate all the hardships that somebody brought into your life. Because if you've been in a toxic relationship or a toxic marriage, that situation was allowing you to be able to establish whatever was in that situation for you to change, to heal yourself. Because when you went in that situation, there was always something that was missing within you that you had to be able to recall, to bring back to the plate, for the forefront. If you didn't love yourself, you didn't have self-respect for yourself, you didn't allow yourself to have dignity or anything that you lacked, those situations you've been placed in, allow that to be elevated to be your biggest flex, your biggest strength, your biggest transformation, all those things. So when you have gone into a toxic relationship or a toxic marriage and you allow yourself to heal, it prepared you for the one that you were destined to be in. If you didn't have friends that understood you, that didn't support you, didn't believe in you, you're about to be in the same mindset of like-minded people. They're going to be able to appreciate you, motivate you to be even better than the better you are already projecting. Okay. And there are going to be some other people that is just going to admire you for you having that courage of strength, was to show them, if you can do it, I can do it too. You are the investment of something that is inspiring to inspire others. So I hope you are able to resonate with the content of the video. I hope that you have a blessed, safe week and be productive and safe at everything that you do. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Coolman Zoo, Healing Oracle, as well as Julia Barton, Life of Lifetimes, and let me see, S. Harris as well. Much love to you. Like I said, I have all my contact information in the description box below. I would love to connect with you on my live Heyoka chat. I don't know what the topic's going to be. I'll know probably by the end of tonight or tomorrow. But, make sure you keep your notifications on so you can connect with me on that. Trolls, you will be deleted. If you come at me with the negative, you're going to be blocked. I ain't got time. But anyways, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll leave all my contact information in the description box below. It's all about networking and being able to give you a deeper understanding about your path of purpose, or you would like to share your views and experience with me with all the stuff that's going on. I'm trying my best to be able to stay, connected with everybody, but I'm still releasing and I'm trying to separate from the oldness within myself too. So I'm trying my best to stay connected with us, with y'all. Whatever we speak on is confidential, and if I can't tell you through my experience, I always make sure I can find the information that can give you a deeper understanding about your life path of experience. So I will see y'all tomorrow, or you'll see me tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be able to connect on chat. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Much love. Peace.